you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And you get away with it, I guess, because they're hookers, and so far nobody's... What?
This is Howard.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
This was the live call made to the infamous Howard Stern show by a serial killer.
Okay, so how old is this from? Because I can remember when I think it was possibly Howard Stern even then, when he was on a call with a serial killer and he didn't know it. But it's like, now I'm confused. This nigga's a serial killer, but why isn't he panicking? I get he's shouldn't because he's behind. He's not anywhere close. But it's like, why is he so casual about it though?
Who had a lot to brag about. The show was famous for having an indecent and raw taste, which made it the perfect place for a man named Clay to talk about the kills that remained unsolved to this day. In this video, we're taking you through the live call on the Howard Stern show and the story of the notorious Storyville Slayer.
Storyville Slayer.
From July of 1991 to April of 1996, there was a string of killings.
Damn. Don't want to be that guy, but he has some diversity. Don't know if it's a black or white man, but he has some diversity. Because there are niggas named Clay. Just like there are niggas named Clyde and John. There are white niggas named Clay. We all know that. But I think these are two white women. Crazy.
Took place in New Orleans. There were 24 plus victims found. Some that were ID'd, and some that were so decomposed that they couldn't be ID'd. The police...
So that means that... Okay, so that actually just means probably that he was probably killing people before 1991. Wait, hold on. He said from then on in, is that when the killing started, or when he started making it public to the news that he had killed these people? Like, is that the timeline? Which timeline is that one? Because if there's bodies that are decomposing, that means them bitches been in there for months. Shit, possibly even years if you can't even ID the decaying body.
Not even with a task force dedicated to taking down the Storyville Slayer. At the time, there wasn't much technological advancement, so there was very little DNA to act on, and even less evidence to go on about. But on the 13th of August, 1997, the infamous Howard Stern show received a live call from someone who claimed to have killed 12 streetwalkers. Because Howard's show had a theme of discussing controversies, they decided to continue the discussion with the live caller.
All right, I got a guy on the phone who claims he's been killing prostitutes and he's wondering why he's doing it. So maybe he thinks I have an answer. Is this Ed? Ed?
No, this isn't Ed.
You haven't killed any prostitutes?
No, I never said my name was Ed.
Facts.
Oh, sorry.
Like, what the fuck? Is that going off for another dude named Ed, probably? Because I can remember a dude that was named Ed who was a killer. I can't remember his name at all, but I think that's that. I think that's what he was going off of. Because again, I think he also had this is probably another killer he's out on this bitch, bro.
That's okay.
What name do you use?
You can call me Clay.
Clay?
Clay?
Notice his aggravated tone of voice the minute.
Is that his real name or a fake one? That's the thing. Is it real or fake?
Or gets his name wrong. When he said, "No, I never said my name was Ed," it sounded like it annoyed him a bit, but he kept his cool. Also, notice how he said...
I would be mad if niggas assumed my name too, and I never even said my name. I'll be pissed.
You can call me Clay instead of "my name is Clay."
Exactly.
This leads us to believe that this is quite possibly an alias name, not his real name.
Okay, Clay, so what happened? How many prostitutes have you killed?
12.
And you're wondering why you do it?
I have a pretty good idea.
Why? Did your mom beat you? Did your mom spank you?
Was your mom a prostitute?
No. Actually, nothing like that.
What is it then?
I think I just do it for the sense of the power.
Right.
I mean, Duh, nigga. You just wanted to get on this bitch and tell us that obvious shit? Really? Get him off the airway, bro.
This is when you know you're dealing with a real psychopath. Someone who kills with no means or motive. Someone who just kills for the sense of power.
Because most of these niggas don't even have a motive. Yeah, they have a MO and people that they go after specifically, but they don't really have a motive. They just do it because they enjoy it. Look at everybody who has. They've never had any remorse. They never had no reason for real. They will say a reason when it's never really a reason. They just do it because they want to and they love it.
But the fact that he killed
And for the power.
12 people of the same profession leads us to believe there could be some secret connection.
Of the same profession? What profession? Damn, 12 of the same profession? I mean... Oh, yeah, prostitutes. It has to be something there. Mom, sister, auntie, grandma, somebody in his family. Maybe his father was a prostitute. Who knows? Probably got killed and watched it happen. Anything's possible.
The co-host
You don't
mentions
know.
whether his mother was a prostitute or not, because
Facts.
this is a genuine fact. According to the criminology professor Dr. Elizabeth Yardley, quote, mothers can create environments where brutality was everyday and expected.
Mhm.
They actively abused or neglected their children, creating deviant value systems in which the abnormal became normal. But if his choice
What
of
is this
victims
picture?
doesn't
Who
hint
is
at
this?
us, perhaps his method will.
Do you have sex with them first?
Yes, and
And then what, you strangle them?
once.
How else did you kill them?
Well, a few times, actually most times with a hammer.
Mm.
And where do you do this primarily?
I've done it twice in a parking garage, and then the rest of the times on the side of the road.
And you're from the New Orleans area?
Yes.
I mean, what are you? You beat them to death with a hammer?
It usually only takes once, and it's,
Dude, you got to have a lot of anger
Exactly.
yes.
in you. Damn.
Well, why do you need to feel so powerful?
You've got some issue with women, but like some shrink's got to look into it. It's not even right. I mean, you might as well just kill yourself if you killed 15 people. And that means you're heartless. You used to kill small animals?
No, I've killed a rat.
Yeah. See, a lot of guys start out killing kittens for some reason.
For some reason, because it is, they're just messed up. Like there's something in their brain that is forcing them to do that act, but they can't do it on a human. For some odd reason, like they just understand they can't do it on a human yet, maybe because they're just not ready for it. So they take it on small defensive animals, and that shit hurts my fucking soul.
They kill something before they start with humans.
If my kid like killed a kitten or something cute, they'd probably just, figure, well, this is it. They're going to be serial killers.
Kill them.
Facts.
Dude, you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard's trying to wrap his mind around the motive, his reason to kill.
For sure.
What he's trying to conclude is
Nigga,
that
who the fuck is this nigga you keep showing me?
his reason to kill was just
That's my thumbnail.
thrill,
Maybe or Howard, I don't know.
something which is a common trait among psychopaths.
Wow. And you get away with it, I guess, because they're hookers, and so far nobody's... What?
Is this Howard?
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
I didn't know this was Howard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Howard.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never killed a kitten.
Really?
Never killed any small animal except a rat?
Yeah, rat's okay.
Well,
Rats, I don't mind you killing.
But how'd you kill him?
a rat.
With a hammer,
Step on
probably.
his head, I bet.
We had a big flood a couple of years ago, and it's not actually a rat. It's called a nutria rat. And I clubbed it to death. It got in the kitchen at my work.
So how old were you when you killed your first woman?
Probably
16.
20. Damn.
And you must be a powerful kind of guy, big guy.
I wasn't then.
Right. And when you killed your first one, did you go in there knowing you were going to kill her, or it just sort of happened?
I knew I really had it planned out. I wanted to do the whole sending clues.
Right.
Oh, yeah, are you in...
So he was one of them niggas. He was one of them niggas. Guess why he's doing this? Because he's one of them niggas. Like, he's one of them people, bro. He's one of them. I should have fucking guessed since he's calling on Howard Stern.
Oh, but it turned out no one noticed for a long time.
Right. Like you killed her on the side of the road?
Her, that was the parking garage.
Okay. And then what'd you do with the body? You dumped that somewhere?
Yeah, actually, I think she's probably one of the ones that they found.
He claimed to have staged his first kill with features that would show that this is the work of a serial killer, but in a bragging tone. He claims the police never thought of it. According to the police reports, the unknown killer's first kill took place in August of 1991, which was 17-year-old Danielle Britton.
Damn.
She was found in a ditch in Algiers, New Orleans, and according to the autopsy report, she had been beaten and strangled. This description matches exactly with Clay's first kill.
But he didn't say he strangled him, though.
He didn't want to be famous or draw attention to himself. But my problem is,
No, that's what I wanted to do.
Like, he
but
wanted
but
that.
no one noticed the clues.
I never sent the clues. I never left anything. You know, I wanted to have my own little signature.
Right.
I wanted to thumb paint
Oh,
with the thumb.
Oh, really?
what do you want to do?
Thumb paint with their thumbs.
Thumb paint what, though?
I don't know.
Oh, anything. It was in a comic book a couple of years ago. Just seemed like a good idea.
Like you take the girl you killed, you dip her thumbs in paint, and then you do like a thumb painting
Yeah.
on a piece of paper?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Possible he's talking about the Joker villain from the Batman comics. After leaving the crime scene, he'd always leave his calling card.
Yeah,
which
we all
many of
know
us
that,
was the
nigga.
Joker card. He wanted to spice it up by doing thumbprints, but for some reason he never got around to doing it.
Because it probably sounded
Perhaps.
absolutely dumb as fuck. Maybe, like, that's actually dumb. Like, you can ID the woman, but why would you need to do that when the woman is right there dead? I don't even get what the fuck that means, actually. Like, I'm trying to wrap my burner on that shit.
He was hyped up with the sense of power that he didn't feel like doing it. It's still unknown as to why he did it and what his real identity is.
Now, after you kill somebody, do you play with the body?
Actually, the closest I've ever done to that is I always make sure I pay them and I make sure they keep their money
Oh, really?
Why?
when they're still alive. But with one of them, I did put the money in a compromising place.
I see.
But that was this one. You know, it had a penis.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
It was a guy.
Yeah, I didn't know at first.
So do you ever get, do you think the reason you're so angry is because you were abused or something?
No, I wasn't abused, Howard.
Where's your family?
You got a
I
wife?
mean, you got a mom, a dad, a wife, children. You got any of that?
I've got a couple of kids, but I'm
No wife.
not married to the mother.
He just talked about one incident where the person turned out to be a guy.
Oh, shit.
According to the police
I
report,
would be fucking mad. Nah, that can definitely... Like everything he's saying was bullshit right there, bro. I feel like he was pissed because he found out it was a dude and then killed him.
in June of 1992, the body of a 25-year-old transsexual named George Williams was found, who worked as an exotic dancer at a New Orleans nightclub. On July 25th, Noah Filson, a 33-year-old transsexual who went by the
Shit.
enchanting name Brenda Bewitch, was found dead in the waters of a canal near I-55. The comment about his victim having a penis could possibly mean he's talking about them.
Yeah, Howard, that's pretty funny because the only suspects they had when they started finding the bodies was a black police officer.
Oh.
Turns out one of them was associated with them.
Oh, really?
Are you on drugs?
With this comment, he's referencing how after 3 years of a killing spree, a task force was created in 1995 that narrowed down a black police officer as their prime suspect. That person was Victor Gant, who had an intimate relationship with one of the victims named Sharon Robinson, so there was a connection.
Damn.
Gant had a reputation for being corrupt after several informants complained that he was running racketeering operations against various criminals.
I'm not surprised.
According to the police report, the victim he had a
It's the
relationship with
90s.
claimed that he punched her and broke her nose.
Shit.
It looked very bad for Gant, as she should have testified to this in court, but she was found dead on the 1st of May 1995. The
Point
investigation
fingers,
claimed
nigga.
Gant killed both her and her friend Karen Evester. And according to the victim's friends and acquaintances, he held a personal grudge against them and spoke negatively about them on multiple occasions. Fortunately, it was his dirty habit of chewing tobacco that saved him. as some was found near Evester's body. They did a DNA test, and it came out inconclusive.
So it
So
wasn't
no
him.
charges were filed, and he was no longer a suspect.
He got
You
lucky.
can imagine how much the actual
Oh my
killer
God.
was laughing when he saw the police go after the wrong person.
So after you killed the first 16-year-old, Like you finish you
No,
finish.
I was 16.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
He was.
All right. So you finish with your sexual gratification, and then you
Not always, no.
not always. You don't even want to get laid sometimes.
No,
You just want to kill.
I'm just bored.
Right.
But does the killing sexually satisfy you in some way?
I can't believe Ed McMahon's not laughing.
I've eaten
Oh,
off
shit.
thinking about it later.
Yeah.
What do you say?
That's
He,
about it.
he's pleasured himself thinking about it later.
Oh, he has.
Nigga,
Okay.
I
How
would,
far apart are these murders? Like
I would have
you
blew
murder
my
and then, like, you
fucking
dissatisfied
mind
for a
with
while?
hearing them fucking clown my ass.
I don't even understand why I do it, Howard. I don't know if I ever get any satisfaction.
You just had to do
But
it for
how
power.
often?
Together anywhere was the same night.
Really?
You killed two people in the same night?
Yeah, but I went to Mississippi for the second one.
So there's no pattern to how
This
many
nigga might
weeks
be
or
joking.
days between murders.
No.
Are these mostly white chicks or black chicks?
It's kind of fair number of them have been black. The transvestite was black.
Do you do some racial motivation here?
No, Howard, they were just, let's just say a Jimmy Swagger town.
Whoa.
Jimmy
Don't
Swagger
even get
town.
what that means.
Don't know what that means.
Me neither, but
That's pretty much the area around here where the prostitutes all hang out.
Jimmy
I see.
Swagger Town.
And it's just whoever comes up to
That's
you.
a
You
cool
don't
ass
pick a
name.
certain
Jimmy
type.
Swagger
I don't
Town.
even
I'm gonna
approach
name my
that.
kid Jigger Swagger Town.
Wait for them to approach me, Robin.
have you
That's
ever?
like them asking for it.
We can see why the victim profile is not only consistent, but also changing over time. He put in no effort to lure someone for the kill. He felt as though these streetwalkers would willingly go with him to his place. No one would even call to check on their disappearance. Not only were they streetwalkers, but in the majority of the cases, they had a history of substance abuse.
Facts.
So there's no motive here. He just killed for the thrill and to escape boredom. Clay was truly a psychopath.
Do you ever like look into their eyes and go, gee, these people were just children at one point, and maybe they just had a tough life?
I've let a couple go.
You have. Like what happened? You're in the middle of killing them, and then they.
You're in the middle of
Why
killing
would
them?
you let one go? and
You in the
kill
middle
other?
of killing them?
There was this,
You in the middle of killing them, Safidi?
Go ahead.
I think she was probably really new to it.
Yeah.
There was just something about her. Maybe she reminded me of my fiance, but
So,
You somehow relate.
so I'm a little confused. I'm not trying to make this long as fuck, but why didn't she? Oh, okay. So he never attempted. He just had sex probably and let him go. Okay, that's what I'm
innocent
thinking.
quality.
You somehow felt bad for her.
Yeah,
And you have a fiance, so you're planning to get married?
no,
He had one.
Oh,
So,
you have one.
no. If I wouldn't be a suspect, believe me, she'd.
but let me ask you, why'd you let? Like, did you start to kill her, and then like you said, forget it, or you just never even?
Not even.
You just had sex. You just had sex with her, and then you let her go.
I didn't even have sex with her, Howard.
Wow.
Well, that's weird. Now that's weird.
Okay, so that just changed the whole trajectory of what the hell is of what he's talking about. Okay, continue.
I mean, you just really felt sorry for them.
I don't know what.
While we're not 100% sure, it sounds like he's talking about Brenda, who, according to the police reports, escaped the killer's attempts. It was in July of 1991 when Brenda testified that she got into the car of an unknown man, and after a conversation with him, the man strangled her and dropped her off on the streets.
Strangled.
According to the case files, her testimony and description led to a composite sketch of the attacker, and she described that he was muscular, well-dressed, and possibly a middle-aged black male. Now, of course, Clay said that he was a white guy, so it's possible it wasn't him. But he did have the same M.O., so that's why we believe that he could be linked to Brenda.
What she was doing what she was doing, but
Are you a big fat mess?
she got off lucky.
Big fat
Are you a
mess.
big fat mess, or are you like a fairly good-looking guy?
I'm not a big fat mess. I wouldn't call myself good looking. I don't know what I'd call myself, Howard.
Right.
You have a
I don't know
decent
what I call
job
myself,
and
Howard.
all that stuff?
Sounds like a bright
I'm
guy.
not decent like you have.
Yeah. Well, we got ridiculous jobs.
You can't get these.
I don't even know that I'd call this a job. You know what I mean? This is not a normal
It's a
job.
paid-up job.
Yeah. This is a job that's totally useless. You know what I mean? Like nobody really needs it.
It's a scam.
To me, a job is like something like a UPS driver is a
Yeah,
job.
it's a job.
All right. No. Thank you, Ed.
Maybe this is a UPS driver.
I'm weak.
Ed laughs, but he has no job either.
At this point, you might be wondering whether this call or this show's segment is fake or not. Many Howard Stern fans thought the same because Howard sounds so calm and even suggested that he strangled them, even though he had no mention of this at the time. This is just one of the points which compelled people to think that the call was staged. But, based on the history we've been looking at, he's actually speaking the truth.
I don't know. I still don't get it. I still don't know.
Get into the mind of a guy who serial kills. I think he's 100% on the level. So you killed your first woman.
When was the last time you killed?
It's been a few months.
Right.
Actually, it's been going on a year.
You're like the Boston Strangler, man. Maybe I should option your story.
Mhm.
So, what do you think you're going to
They
do?
always
you think you're
stop.
going to kill
The serial
yourself?
killer
Do you
always
think
stops.
That, you
Are
think
you
you'll
going to kill
Then they
again?
come back
Can you
again.
stop
If I
this?
killed myself, I'd miss the next Batman movie.
Right. You don't want to do that.
No.
There's a fan.
Actually, I'd actually kill myself
Yeah,
to miss
why
that.
would you want to savor that?
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, do you think that you can control this? Do you think you can
I
stop?
think I have been.
Oh, you have been for the last
Yeah,
couple of months.
A year he hasn't killed.
Oh, a year.
Yeah.
Almost.
So why do you think you stopped killing all of a sudden?
I really don't know, Howard. Part of it had to do with my car broke down.
I'm weak. You
Oh,
can't
no
walk.
transportation.
Seriously? That's the reason?
Well, that was the reason for a month, but after that, I guess it was all self-control.
Wow. But
So you don't want to do this anymore?
no, he wants to do it, but he's
He
controlling
wants to. He
himself.
just doesn't need
But
to.
you want to kill women, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
This part is very important.
Sure. Okay. That sure means a little bit nothing for me. Like he said, sure. It's not a confirmation for real, but it is a yes.
The fact that he stopped killing because his car broke down will actually help us link him to someone. In 1994, a person was allegedly found masturbating in his car by
Oh,
the police,
shit.
which had been parked by the road. This was near the ditch where two victims of the killer named Cheryl Lewis and Dolores Mack's bodies were found.
Jesus.
When the police saw him, he was forced out of his car and told to show his driver's license. He explained that he stopped for an oil change and to fix the brake pads, and even willingly allowed his vehicle to be searched. Turns out, there was nothing in his car that proved that he was doing any form of car repair. There were no tools and no flashlight, which would be necessary for repairs at night. He was booked and ID'd as Russell Elwood. He was a native of Massillon, Ohio, who moved to New Orleans,
Oh my goodness. I've never heard of that place.
but lived in a squalor, had no permanent residence, was
Living
never
in
married,
squalor.
and used to do photography jobs and cab driving. He was also arrested several times
Jesus.
because of his addiction. Anyways,
What addiction?
on the 23rd of July, 1997, after the task force to take down the serial killer was formed, Colonel Walter T. Gorman of the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office and other task force members traveled to Sebring, Florida, where Elwood lived. During his interrogation, Russell Elwood admitted to frequenting black streetwalkers throughout his life and claimed to know more than 100 girls.
Jesus.
He also talked about his
a
addiction, but he
loser.
maintained an innocent stance. It's a possibility that Clay, the serial killer here, could be Russell Elwood.
And what? And do you like it? Do you enjoy seeing them struggle as you kill them?
Actually, none of them really struggled.
Do you
He
hit
said
them
it.
from
He
behind
said
or
it
do
was
they
just
see it
one
coming?
hit. He said it was just one hit most of the time.
I can't get inside their minds, but let's just say I hit them.
But I mean, are you facing them?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Unless you can see their face and everything when you do it.
yeah. The worst I've ever gotten was one tried to grab my neck. I've never gotten any of the claw marks or anything that are dead giveaways.
Right. You must be very powerful.
I wouldn't call myself powerful, maybe intimidating.
Why did
Yeah.
you choose this method?
I didn't, Robin. Like I told you, I really wanted to cut things up, nail things, send clues.
So what you mean? Why did you use a hammer? You think you?
Because it was in a book I read.
No.
Well, everything comes from
Cartoons and
Yeah.
yeah. When's the last time you got laid?
Last week, Howard.
Oh yeah. So you didn't kill that girl
No,
because she wasn't a hooker.
no.
Right.
It's only hookers, though.
A lot of serial killers are only to hookers because they know A,
Easy.
probably won't get caught, and B, they have some kind of anger toward hookers. Like, did you think your mom was a hooker or something?
No, Howard.
Your parents married and stay together and the whole thing?
Yeah.
church-going people?
That'll do it.
That'll
one
do it.
of them, but
Yeah. Religious fanatics give birth to the most serial killers because they're so repressed.
yeah,
Yeah. So there's no way I'm going to talk you into giving yourself up or anything, right?
no.
I shouldn't even waste my time. I know I'm going to get calls after this, and people are going to go, Howard, how come you didn't catch him? I'm
Has anybody ever been close to catching you?
No. Actually, someone once, when it was in the newspaper, someone joked to me. I know it was you, but well, they were joking.
right. You think you might be gay?
Oh, I hope not.
Right. Maybe you're a repressed homosexual. You think you might be gay?
You think you might be gay is so crazy to just shout out like that. Holy shit.
Oh, I hope not.
Right. Maybe you're a repressed homosexual. Were you ever molested?
No.
Do you have a lot of tattoos?
I don't have any tattoos. I wouldn't do that to myself.
Right.
And do you get high before you do that?
I've gotten pretty drunk before.
Yeah.
Lame.
Lame.
Still no motive, no reason to kill. Even his killing method is inspired by comic books and cartoons.
Well, I got to say, I wish you would die, but, you know, what can I tell you? Maybe this is sort of good that you're talking about it with me, and maybe it'll keep you under, like maybe I think you can turn yourself
like
in.
a valve, and he'll be able to go another year. Or something.
Yeah, but maybe somehow, you know, you won't do it anymore.
What about your kids? You want them living in a world with people like you?
It hasn't really analyzed
So
that.
anyway, I mean,
Kind of lonely though. You can't tell anybody about this.
I'm the only guy you can. Am I the only guy you ever told about this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I guess that's sort of an honor.
I've told a couple of women, Howard, but
They're dead.
Yeah. Do you tell them first and then you kill them?
yeah.
What do you say to them? Let me.
It's fun.
All right, let's see.
Now and then you can play the running game if you're out in the middle of nowhere. We got a lot in the middle of nowhere down here.
Right. So, in other words, let's say you're with a woman, right, a hooker,
Yeah, Howard.
and you say to
Yeah,
her,
Howard.
"Okay, honey, you know, you just had sex and everything. What do you say to her to torment her? How do you break the news to her that she's going to die?"
It really.
It should go something like this. Well, dearie, got something to tell you. You might not like it, but I've killed 6 people already. You're about to be the 7th. And then unlock the door and have her run. Like that's the whole scenario, because she's gonna be like, "You're joking, stop it." Stop it, you're kidding. And then the look on my face is gonna tell her I'm not joking at fucking all. And then she's gonna hear that door unlock. And then her first instinct is going to jump out of it. So I can have some fun, you feel me? And then on top of that, put it in a spot that's nowhere near close to where she should be, without having to drag her there, you feel me? Like she's killed there, but not, like she's killed there and not killed somewhere else and dragged somewhere, you feel me? Yeah, so now they don't have a MO place, you feel me? That's how I should hear him say this shit, but he said it depends on my mood. You fucking suck.
It's in my mood.
Just give us an example.
Well, if I wanted to, I could just say Baba Booey, but that would be pretty.
The
Oh,
fuck?
come on, be serious. What do you say to him?
This nigga's joking my balls, bro.
I can say you're gonna die.
And then what do they do?
I like to articulate a little more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I ask them if they think it's dangerous doing what they're doing, if they're
That's
worried
pretty-
about
that's
things,
not
and
bad.
they'll laugh it off, and that just pisses me off.
Right.
That's actually not bad. Like a little conversation type deal. Then attack. Like, that's not bad. You still fucking suck, but that's not
Oh, and then
bad.
you kill him.
Yeah.
You let him run? I gotta know if you let him run a
Well, there
little
you
bit.
go.
It is a fact that psychopaths wait for an emotional response from the next person, after which they just snap. In the beginning, they keep a calm and cool demeanor, almost as if they're mocking the other person and gauging their reactions to see how much further they can push. When the other person finally reacts emotionally, that's when the psychopath may raise their eyebrows, smirk, tell the person to calm down or feign disappointment. In this situation, Clay was so intolerant of her laugh that it pissed him off and he immediately did the deed.
Yeah, well, you know what? All the experts don't know either, so. Well, here's a guy, just another story. He's out
Well,
there.
you know, it substantiates my theory. Did you get jealous of Cunanan? Is that why you're talking to us now?
Yeah, that nigga. Unless she's joking.
No, actually, I was thinking about writing a musical about Andrew Cunanan, but
Guy's a comedian, too.
huh?
Guy's a, hey, some psychologist is on the line. You want to talk to him?
Sure,
I mean, since you're looking for answers.
sure.
Okay. Let's see.
It's never a clear yes or
okay,
no.
yeah. Robert?
How you doing, Howard?
Hey, man. Go ahead.
Just wondering, how long did this guy wet his bed when he was a young boy?
Are you serious, or are you just trying to make a joke?
No, I'm totally serious.
Did you wet your bed when you were a young boy?
No. Didn't do it at all. No. How about starting fires? Huh? How about starting fires? Sure.
This nigga, bro, I'm sorry, I don't want to say this nigga's not a real psychologist, but this nigga's not a real psychologist. Like, there's no way you just, I mean, I know you can have him on speed dial, but I just don't think this nigga really has like a psychologist on speed dial for this show. I just don't believe it.
Fires?
Yeah.
How old were you? How old were you when you...
For people that get into serial killing to start fires, wet their bed when they're young,
Shit.
along with the mutilation of little animals, but he said he didn't do that, so
Right.
that's kind of something that was
That's
missing.
facts, though.
Get into serial
Fires,
killing to
peeing
start
bags.
fires, wet their bed when they're young, along with the mutilation of little animals, but he said he didn't do that, so
Right.
that's kind of something that was missing.
But fires was in your history, right?
You could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of, it starts off as external ways of showing off their anger, and then they move on and go
Like
on to
very
bigger and better
extreme
things, I guess.
ways.
Wonder why
Very
this guy
extreme
killed.
ways.
Do you have any guess?
I don't know, I think you're right on with something with his family,
What's
childhood.
he so angry about?
Right.
Unfortunately, he's real angry, and he's out there hurting a lot of innocent women.
Yeah, what do I do with a guy like this? Just hang up and forget about it, or is there anything I can...
Depends on, I mean, Howard, what are you going to do? Of course, you're not going to, like, turn him in, but
No, I mean,
He
I would,
can't.
but I can't. I mean,
He
a lot of
can't.
people
Like,
want to turn him in, but what can you do? You talk to him, try and figure out what's going on.
yeah. All right. That's what then I'll probably just hang up. Okay.
Thanks a lot,
All right,
Howard.
thanks, man. All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mr. Serial Killer.
You know, I mean,
Want to give us your name?
I mean, I know I'm not going to get him to turn himself in. I've had calls from people who go, well, why didn't you do something? I go, well, what am I supposed to do? The guy's on the phone.
Crawl through the phone and get him?
Yeah.
like this
Remember
ain't no the
Yeah,
ring
equipment.
type shit, the grudge type shit. Nigga, I gotta
What?
watch that.
The police?
I can't even get a phone system that works for air. Let alone a tracing thing. Oh, Jackie's back there bumming out. Oh.
First I wasn't buying it, and now I think I'd buy it.
Nah, I'd buy it. I'd
What
want that
sort
guy.
of offhand attitude that you have to be a serial killer?
Nah, I'd buy it.
When he said Baba Booey, I was hoping he was going to break it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you horse two jackasses.
Right.
So they hung up.
That's how I
Okay.
act, you know.
Yeah. No, I think he was the real deal. To tell you the truth. Okay, Tom, you're on the air.
Howard may not have the tracing equipment, but the FBI sure does. The very next day, after many viewers complained about the show, the FBI seized the call recordings and tried to trace them to a location. The closest they got to the real Clay was that man named Russell Elwood. Another reason why he was a potential suspect was that during his 85 days in jail in August of 1997, Elwood literally implicated himself in the New Orleans killings, according to his cellmates. After going through very substantial evidence and testimonies, Russell Elwood was sentenced to life without parole on
So
the
they-
17th
so they
of August
found him?
1999 for the murder of Cheryl Lewis. The rest of the murders remain unsolved to this day. Today, the nickname Storyville Slayer is given to the serial killer who was behind this rampage and called The Howard Stern Show. And while we can't say for sure it's Russell Elwood, only time will tell if he gets convicted for the other kills or if the real serial killer is exposed.
Shit, what if he died? What if that nigga's dead? Damn. Nah, that was damn. I still can't even really believe if he's truly that, but the demeanor he had was all there, so. I don't know. That's kind of crazy, but I'm off of here. I love y'all.